Here, for infinite series, if it's arithmetic, what do? It does not converge, never. So there's no sum. For geometric, what was the condition? If the absolute value of ratio is less than 1, then it converges. Otherwise, if it's greater than 1, it always diverges. And if it converges, your sum is the first term divided by 1 minus the ratio. Okay? So let's try a few more examples. So again, pause here and try it on your own. So here, this is geometric. Good. And the ratio is half, which is less than 1. That means it converges. And when it converges, the formula that we can use is a1 over 1 minus r. So the first term over 1 minus half equals 2. 2 over 1 minus half is half. 2 divided by half is 4. So it converges to 4. What about here? Again, it is geometric. And the ratio after value of that is 0.3. So yes, it converges. So it's the first term. So when you plug it in 0, this becomes 1. This time you're starting from 0, and that becomes your first term. Since it's not n minus 1, that becomes still your initial value. So it's 4 divided by 1 minus the ratio, which is negative 0.3. So it's 4 over minus negative is plus 1.3 equals 2. 4 divided by 1.3. Math, enter, enter. You get 40 over 13. It converges to 40 over 13. Or you can also say the limit, right? Again, geometric. They are actually all geometric here. So first term, when you plug it in, it becomes 0, right? And the ratio is 1.5, which is greater than 1. So it diverges. There's no sum. What about here? You multiply by 1/2. It's geometric. Good. And the ratio is less than 1. Good. So how do you find the sum? It is the first term, 1 over 1 minus the ratio 1/3, which is 1 over 1 is 3/3, minus 1/2 is 1/3 is 2/3. So it's 1 over that, meaning reciprocal, which is 3 over 2, which is 1.5. Converges to 1.5, or the sum equals to 1.5. All right, here are a few more. Does the series converge? If so, give the sum. So let's look at it here. So what are we doing here? We are multiplying by 1 over 10, right? 0 is increasing, so this is geometric. Good. And the ratio is less than 1. Good. So that means it converges to the first term over 1 minus the r, which is 0.3 divided by 9 over 10. So then you get the 0.3 is 3 over 10 divided by 9 over 10. 10's cancel out. This becomes 3 over 9, which is 1/3. Converges, or sum goes to 1/3. Here, what are we doing? Multiply by negative 1, right? So it's geometric, but negative 1, after value of negative 1 is not equal to 1, it's equal to 1. It's not less than 1, so it diverges. Not less than 1, it is equal to 1. What about here? You're adding 5. So what type is it? Arithmetic always diverges. That was easy. Okay. Now, go ahead and work on this worksheet, the sequence, in series practice for homework.